What's up everyone, it's Natalie here and today I am filming a college recap video and I felt like this was a good time to do that because it's the time where everyone's kind of going back to school, entering college, moving into their apartment, their dorm, whatever. It's just like the beginning of the school year. So I really thought that this would be a good video to film just to kind of give you guys an insight of what my college was like if you guys are going to college soon or it's like your first week or something, or even if you've been out of college and just are curious to see if other people had similar experiences to you. I did a high school recap video, so that I really liked filming. Just it was good like memories, and a lot of you guys in those comments were like, oh, you should do a college one. So now it's time to do a college recap, which is so weird because it's so weird that I graduated. But basically I just kind of wanted to tell you guys how my college experience was like to help any of you guys out that are going through it, and also I'm gonna break it down year by year just so that it's easier for me to honestly remember, because everything to me is like just one big blur. I wanted to let you guys know kind of like who I am before you guys watch this, if you guys don't know who I am. So my name is Natalie, nice to meet you. I graduated from NC State, which is in North Carolina, and I graduated in May, so only a few months ago, and it's just really weird being done with school, I'm not gonna lie. It literally goes by in the blink of an eye, and I know everyone says that, but it is so true. If you guys graduated college, comment down below that it's true so that I get some credibility here, because like, oh my gosh, it went by so fast, I feel like. I'm just gonna get into this video so I don't bore you guys with the intro. My freshman year, I moved into NC State, and I actually didn't know any of my roommates moving into NC State, so I had like a suite style. So it was like 2 and 2, and then we shared one bathroom, so that was nice because I didn't have like a hall style bathroom, and it was kind of like a hotel, honestly. We had like room keys instead of an actual like physical like key that you insert and turn, so like that was pretty cool, but like they never worked. But anyways, I met my roommate Mackenzie on Facebook. She's from Pennsylvania, and we just were like messaging each other, and we're like, oh, do you want to be roommates? Okay, cool. And I feel like it's so weird like how people meet their roommates on Facebook, because it's kind of like online dating, but like everyone on the Facebook page, do people also still have Facebook pages? Because like my little sister and her friends who are now seniors in high school, they don't have Facebook, so I'm like, how do you guys find roommates now? But everyone on the Facebook page is like,
hi, like my name's Natalie and I'm looking for a roommate. I'm going to be living in blank and I'm majoring in this, and I really like Netflix and having the lazy days in, but I also like to go out, and I'm also serious about my schoolwork. I'm just looking for like a chill roommate.
literally everyone would write something like that on the Facebook page, so I don't even know how I like weeded through people. But we lived together for 3 years after that, which was awesome. We hit it off. It was really great. They were my best friends in freshman year and just in college in general, so that was really, really great. That I got really lucky. I didn't really have huge roommate issues or anything like that. There were obviously some things that were like we got in fights about, but overall my roommate situation went pretty well. Didn't really have that many friends going into NC State, so I had 2 of my really close guy friends there, but I didn't hang out with them as much. I hung out with them a little bit like the first week of school just because I didn't know many people, but after that you kind of make your own friends and you kind of just like make your own groups and meet more people. And I'm telling you guys, the first month of college you meet so many people, it's ridiculous. Like you're gonna gain like 300 Instagram followers because you're gonna just be meeting so many people. And ways that I met people, I rushed. So I went through the recruitment process my freshman year and I joined Zeta, which is Zeta Tau Alpha, and I have like a Greek life video too on that, but I was in that and I met a lot of girls from that, but I wasn't that involved, I'm not gonna lie. And I think the reason I wasn't that involved my freshman year is because I was dating a guy and he went to UNC and I was dating him, and at this point I feel like our relationship wasn't like the most healthy ever, but I was always at UNC. Like there was not a balance. Like I was never at NC State, so every single weekend I would go there and I would miss out on so much at NC State, and that's probably a huge regret of mine because I feel like I would have met more people, I would have made better friends at NC State, and I was just always at the other school, so like I never really spent a weekend in Raleigh, which was really sad because the weekends are the times when you're supposed to be like hanging out with people, going out, meeting people and stuff like that, and just freshman year I never was there and I missed out on so much. So that's why I wasn't that involved in my sorority. I wasn't that involved in anything really at NC State. Like that's definitely a big regret of mine, and if you guys are freshmen or sophomores or whatever grade you guys are in or going into college, that's one thing I recommend is make sure that you're present where you are Make sure that you're present at your school, that you are hanging out with people, that you are making the most of it, that you guys are joining clubs that you guys are interested in, because you will regret it in the end not being involved. And I dated him basically all through freshman year, I think. Yeah, basically all of freshman year. And yeah, it wasn't the best relationship, if I'm being honest. We should have broken up like way long ago, but it just was one of those things where like I feel like we were very dependent on like just having someone. Like it wasn't like, it was just like we just wanted to be with someone, and I was just like comfortable, and I didn't want things to change and my life to go through a change and stuff like that. So that's honestly why I stayed in the relationship even though I shouldn't have. And yeah, I dated him all freshman year. So that's like definitely a lesson that I learned, is to not do that. Also freshman year, I forgot to mention, is when I became serious about my YouTube channel, and I announced it on my Instagram, because before that I like had made videos but like I literally didn't tell a soul. And like if anyone commented on my Instagram like, oh I love your videos, I literally would delete the comments so my like people that I know in real life wouldn't see that. Like I was just so embarrassed and so insecure, and probably like a lot of other things going on that made me so insecure, but like it was just horrible how I like did not want people finding out. I would literally delete your comments that said that you love my videos because I was that insecure. Like it was just crazy. Me and that guy broke up at the end of freshman year, like that summer after, like very beginning, I think it was like May or something like that. And then I was single for like the whole entire summer. Woo! I'm just kidding, nothing wild happened. And then sophomore year came around and I entered it single. Yeah, I didn't have a boyfriend, and I just lived with the same girls. We moved into an apartment. It had a kitchen. I had my own bedroom. I had my own bathroom. It was amazing. So I lived with the same girls I lived with freshman year, and we didn't really have any issues at all. Like we were pretty good roommates together. I think sophomore year was such a fun year because I knew people already, and I had like, you're not going into it like scared, like oh my gosh, like I have to meet all these people, because you already know people. And so it was, but you're not too old where you're not like sad because it's ending soon. So it was just like a great in the middle. So sophomore year in Zeta, my first time on the opposite side of recruitment, which was like so weird because I never knew like the whole process of recruitment, but it was exhausting, but it was still fun. And so I did that, and I got a little, which is Julie, and you guys have seen her in my vlogs. She's from Costa Rica and my videos and stuff like that. She's awesome. We're like best friends. So she was my little actually. And then I was still in Zeta, but still not as active. I think I'm just not that much of a sorority girl. I didn't make my best friends in it. I'm glad I met those girls, and they're all super sweet. Don't have anything bad to say about the sorority at all. Just the type of person I am. I wasn't like if I didn't have my best friends in it, I just like didn't want to waste time like going to the things, I guess. So, sophomore year, I also started getting more into my engineering classes. So if you guys don't know, if you guys are new here, I am an industrial engineering major, or I was. That's weird. I graduated, so I guess I'm an industrial engineer graduate. Majored in that, and I started making so many more friends in my actual classes. And that is kind of when I realized like, okay, I need to make friends in my classes. I need to form study groups. I'm getting into like my major classes. So I just randomly, like one of my really good friends, Amy, I just like sat down next to her on the bus and was like, hey, like I think you're in my class. And then from there, a beautiful friendship blossomed. But no, but for real, seriously, like me and her became really good friends, and she kind of like introduced me to all of her friends, and it was a lot of fun. And that was definitely like a good year for me feeling more comfortable being an industrial engineer major, like me feeling like I actually had friends and like could go to class and know people and not feel so shy. So that was kind of like my goal sophomore year, was to like really meet people, network in a way, but more so just so that I had more friends, especially because like I said, freshman year I was so not involved that sophomore year I was like, okay, I need to get involved. Like I already missed the wagon one time. It's not too late. It's only sophomore year. So I kind of made up for it then. I also was the year that I started dating my boyfriend, which I'm still with now, Colin, and yeah, we started dating sophomore year, and that was really fun. And me and him were friends for a while before, like we've known each other since high school, but I don't know, like honestly our relationship is so weird. Like I don't even know how we really started talking, but it just like ended up happening. And I'm the type of person that I don't like talking for so long, because I'm just like, okay, what are your intentions? Like, I'm not just gonna be someone that you like can hang out with and text and all of that and like not put a label on it. Like, I need to know, like, what are we? I'm definitely that girl that's like, okay, so what are we? And I am not ashamed of it because I don't want to waste my time. He also goes to UNC. Yeah, I know. This time I made it a point. I was like, okay, I am not gonna go over there. I'm not gonna like, one, I didn't want to like run into my ex-boyfriend because that would be awkward, but also I just like didn't want to go there because I was like, okay, I don't want to spend time there. I spent so much time there freshman year. I basically was like a student there freshman year. Like, I want to spend time at NC State. So we spent a lot of time in Raleigh, and I got to know Raleigh a lot more, and I fell in love with it just like so much more, because I think Raleigh is such a cool city, and NC State literally is like the best schools. It was just a really fun, carefree year. I feel like I didn't have that much stress or anything to worry about. And junior year was a rough year for me. Junior year, both high school and just like college, were both like the worst years of those 2 times in my life. But junior year was the year where I was just going through a lot personally, and I just felt so confused. I don't know. Me and my boyfriend had taken a break that year because I was just so overwhelmed. Like, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what my life was. Like, it was just one of those like midlife crisis type things where I was just like, oh my god, I need to figure it out, and I don't want any distractions. So we took a break, and that was really hard on both of us, honestly, not gonna lie. It was really tough, like me explaining to him why I needed that break, and then me taking it, and then like realizing that I didn't really need it. And so I don't know, it was just a lot, and it was hard on our relationship, and it was hard on me, and it was hard on him. And in the middle of that, I also had like friend issues with one of my friends. So I was going through a lot with friends, relationship, and then school got really hard. I was getting into like my really core engineering classes, like, and I was also trying to do YouTube, and YouTube was taking off, and I was like wanting to get serious with that. It was really bad, and I put stress on myself, and junior year was super hard for that reason. So if you guys are going through college and you guys have a rough patch like that, just know it does get better, and it does get easier a lot with time. And me and my boyfriend ended up working things out, and we got back together, which I am very thankful for, and like happy that that happened. And honestly, we learned a lot from it, and I learned a lot from it, and I learned a lot about myself too in that process, and just a lot of self-reflection. And yes, it was definitely a hard year, because having personal issues in the midst of being in like super hard engineering classes, and also trying to focus on YouTube, and YouTube is a place where you need to be super happy all the time, and like no one wants to see negativity on YouTube, so you can't be sad on it. Just all of that combined just made it so hard for me to balance, and I think I just kind of had a breaking point my junior year. And I forgot to mention, junior year I also dropped my sorority. That didn't really come as a shock because I was like not involved at all. So I started junior year not affiliated, I guess, is that the word? And then senior year, which was literally the best year ever. So senior year, I went into it thinking literally like, oh my god, this is my senior year. This is the last time I'm gonna do this, last time I'm gonna do that, last time, whatever. And I had my group of friends, and at this point I was actually living with other girls because of that whole like friend thing I was talking about junior year. I just like made a decision. I was like, I need to separate myself from this situation, and I'm gonna live with other people. So we did have roommate issues a little bit. We kind of like bumped heads just through lack of communication. Honestly, that was the main issue. So if you guys are living with people and you have roommate issues, just communicate all your issues, because that would literally save so much drama for us if we did that. And honestly, it just gets better by communicating. And I'm brushing the surface on a lot of these like college issues. I have so many college videos, but if you guys want me to make a specific one on anything I'm talking about, let me know. Yeah, senior year I was also 21, so I went out a little bit more. Honestly, not that much more. I'm kind of a grandma. I like was able to explore Raleigh bars, which was really fun, and like got to see kind of like the Raleigh nightlife, which was just a different experience than like frat parties my freshman year, you know? My second semester, senior year, was literally the easiest year of my entire life. Like, I literally had classes 2 days a week, and I barely went to them because like attendance was not mandatory. So like I basically was like chilling my second semester senior year. I had my core friends, I had my engineering friends. We got so close in our classes. Like, I knew everyone walking into class. It was just like we were kind of like one big like industrial engineering family, which was really nice. I was still friends with like my old roommates, and I was still friends with my roommates like now, the ones that I was living with, and I had like my boyfriend, and it was just such an amazing year, you guys. And I also got a job my senior year, so I got my job in October, the one that I'm going to be starting literally next week. I got that job, so it was so stress-free because I like wasn't worried about having to find a job for the most part because I got my job so early on. And that year, I really just, like, my biggest advice for you senior year is to not focus as much on school. I mean, don't, like, drop school at all. Like, still, like, get good grades and, like, seriously, get good grades. But try to make it so that your senior year, you don't have hard classes because you are going to want to spend so much time with your friends because it's going to be one of those, like, oh, it's the last time. And so many of my friends, like, I probably won't see them again for a really long time. Like, a lot of them moved to Atlanta. Some of them are moving to New York. Some moved to DC, you know? So it's just, like, we've moved all over, like, some stayed in Raleigh, some moved to Charlotte, and like, I don't know, it's sad that I'm not going back, but I seriously wouldn't have changed my college experience in any way possible. I loved NC State so freaking much. I think it holds such a special place in my heart, and I'm just so thankful that I went there, and I literally made the best decision going there, and my college experience was really awesome. And I hope that this video helped any of you, or if you guys were just curious, entertained you at least. But yeah, that was my college experience in a nutshell. If you guys want any more like specific things that I talked about in this video to expand on, or advice or anything like that, let me know because I love filming these. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Talking about it made me sad, especially now that I'm in Raleigh. It just like seemed fitting to film this. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.